Okay, so on Monday night, I was on my way to an industry forum. I just happened to get out of the lift with one of the owners of a bigger firm within Brisbane. As we're walking into the forum, he turns to me and goes, "So Peter, I see you've been doing some interesting stuff on social media recently." I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, "Define interesting. Like, you wouldn't happen to be talking about the wig videos and the costume videos by any chance, are you?" He looks at me and goes, "Yeah, whoever thought town planners had to be boring, right?" There was then that awkward moment of silence. I knew exactly what he was thinking. He was thinking, "You are all special kinds of crazy, girl. I just do not get you." So I kind of thought I had to put him out of his misery. I had to give him a little bit of insight into why we do what we do. To me, it's quite simple. I went on to explain to him that we deal with two different types of people. See, his peeps are more serious, professional developers. You know, the people that like to do, say, 500-storey high-rise buildings in the CBD. Yeah, that's not our jam. Our jam is more the everyday type of person. The people that like to do the houses, the house extensions, those smaller kind of projects. The people who do not like the BS that's often associated with the town planning industry. People that like a dose of reality, realness and humour and fun. Yeah, so kind of got me thinking. I was like, it's been a while since we've done a real out there, crazy, fun sort of video. Yeah, I think it's time to BTPify our video. And I mean, what better way to BTPify a video than a unicorn onesie? So that's why I'm dressed like this today. What are we going to cover today? Today we're going to talk about the local character significance sub-precinct within the traditional building character overlay. More specifically, we're going to talk about what it actually is, where you will find it, and what the impacts or implications are for a property that is affected by the LCS sub-precinct. So if that sounds like it's something that interests you, stick around. Okay, so let's start first and foremost with what is it? Well, quite simply, it is a sub-precinct within the traditional building character overlay. So if you go to Brisbane City Council's interactive mapping program and you turn on the TBC or traditional building character overlay, you will see that there is two sub-precincts, one of which is this LCS sub-precinct. Where do you find it? Well, quite simply, it covers all of Bulimba, all of Hawthorn, a very good chunk of Morningside, and a little bit of Norman Park down the bottom. What are the impacts? Okay, unfortunately, there is quite a few. Give me a sec, let me start to write these down. That's the first one. And that's the second one. Okay, so standard requirements across the city say that the exemptions allow you to do double width carports, so maximum 6 metres in width post to post, at the side of the house or the front of the house of a standard traditional building character overlay allotment. Those exemptions also say that you can enclose under the core of the upper level. Yeah, unfortunately, those exemptions do not apply to the local character significance sub-precinct. So if you want to do a carport in front of the house, a carport to the side of the house, or if you want to enclose under the upper level to create that second story, no, it's going to trigger an application.
Computer says no.
So that's the first two things you need to know. Now let's get into the rest of it. Man, that took a while to write out. Okay, let me talk it through. So number one, any additions to the house need to be smaller in size and shape than the original house. Number two, if you're going to do a lower level, it needs to be recessed back beyond the upper level. So basically, you typically need a 1 metre recess before you start that lower level from the OMP or the front of the upper level. Next, you need to have what I like to call a valance or a skirt. Technically, it's called like a friends or something weird like that. I just call it a valance because that's what everyone understands. It's basically a little skirt that runs around the underside of the upper level to kind of hide and obscure that new lower level. Next, you need to ensure that your stumps along the front of the house remain visible. So you don't actually enclose them or wall them in or box them in, whatever term you want to use, they're actually still visible from the streetscape. And last but not least, they are super strict on ensuring that you have verandas and open verandas along the front and pitched traditional roof forms. So there you have it. Basically, two of the standard exemptions that apply to other traditional building character overlay properties across the city do not apply when it is the LCS sub-precinct. And when you trigger an application, there is 5 additional rules or requirements or desires, intents, drivers, whatever word you want to use, that council focuses on. Those ones, as you can kind of work out, they're designed to enhance the character, to really create that super traditional cutesy sort of look. Whilst I personally love it because I think they're super cute, I know it can be a bit of a pain for you guys out there because it reduces your footprint, it adds construction cost, all of that sort of stuff. So it is something you do need to be wary of if you're purchasing a property within the LCS sub-precinct, or if you're about to start a design on a renovation or extension to a property within the LCS sub-precinct. Hopefully you've got all of that. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd encourage you to like, comment, or share it. I love seeing those likes, comments, and shares come through. It gives me a little ego boost. I feel so good. Until next time, thanks for watching.
For all you red tape lovers out there, I have one thing to say. Well, no, actually, I've got three. Number one, the advice provided in these videos is general in nature. It's not site-specific. You would be a silly Billy to go and make financial decisions based on this advice without first checking with the town planner. Don't be a silly Billy. Number two, Brisbane town planning is in no way linked to Brisbane City Council. The views expressed in these videos are my own, not council's. So if you don't like them, blame me, not council. Number three, what was my number three? Oh yeah, the views expressed in these videos are accurate at the time of recording. If you're watching this video back 10 years from now, the views may not be so accurate. That's all.